If you were in the middle of the woods being chased by a naked Jason Momoa with a crazed look in his eyes, would you A, stand your ground and fight like a man, or B, run like hell? These are their stories. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to stay tuned and show support for the channel. We start out with the story of this boy named Jimmy at the eve of the infection, and he's placed in a room full of a bunch of kids watching Teletubbies, and they all look nervous. I mean, it's Teletubbies. The son has the face of a baby, so I'd be worried too. Eventually, the infected break in and all chaos ensues throughout the house. Jimmy runs to the church, amen, and goes to his dad, who's a priest, who sees this plague as God's liberation for reasons I can't even fathom. He hands Jimmy a cross, and Jimmy hides in the floor of the church as his dad is being eaten alive in orgasmic fashion. I mean, I'm not joking, just look at it. 28 years later, after the infection, we meet another boy who is 12 years old named Spike, who lives with his grandfather, his sick mom, and his pops, who is cooking up bacon and eggs to prepare Spike for his first day of foraging. And he's coming along too. Hey, let's go, baby. They all live in a small island commune, and everybody is super hyped for Spike, as if this was Spike's rite of passage to manhood to scavenge and support the commune. And I like that. And as I'm looking at all this, if he's successful, he's gonna be like class president and the coolest kid in school in front of all the girls. I'm not joking. With a skill set in archery, Spike and his dad are led outside beyond the walls and cross the narrow pathway to the mainland that only appears during low tide, so they can get a layout of the land, scavenge, and return safely from their journey. The mainland is full of beauty and danger, and already we see some zombies, which I refer to as chubs, because they are fat as hell and crawl the earth looking for grubs to consume. You would think that this high protein diet would have them lose all that weight, but nope. As the chubs start to gather, Spike and his dad ends up killing a few, and a childlike one flees to wherever the fuck it came from. Zombies experiencing fear is something new, I'll tell you that for sure. After killing off a zombie who was hanged upside down with a bag over its head in a beaten up old house, they witness a flock of what looked like deer, and then the silhouette of the menace on a hill in the distance appears, referred to as the Alpha. Then a bunch of other zombies come from behind him, and with a shout from the Alpha, what I've referred to as the Sprinters, they charge at Spike and his dad, and they have to take refuge in this attic of this old ass house after killing a few Sprinters. They now gotta wait until the morning for low tide so they can make it back home. Whoever heard of deer, I guess, gallop at night, and vibrations on the earth caused the roof of the house to crumble, and Spike and his dad had to make a run to home plate. The path to the island is barely submerged underwater, but they begin to cross. You'd think they'd have a boat, but whatever. As they make it halfway through, the Alpha charges over the river and through the woods to sprint on the watery walkway after Spike and his dad. They were struggling across the watery terrain to make it to the gates. My black ass would have lifted them knees higher the fuck. Eventually, the Alpha is killed by archers, and a party with booze and a little bit of apple pie was waiting for them. And by apple pie, I'm referring to Spike witnessing his dad cheat on his mom with a younger version of Jennifer Love Hewitt. Man was going in. I'll stop. It was lunchtime. Listen, I'll stop. As his dad was chowing down, I'll stop. Spike learns from his grandfather of a doctor on the mainland who was causing the fires in the distance when they were taking refuge at night in this condemned old home. And the next morning, after a fight with his dad, Spike tells his dad to leave him and his mom alone, causing the dad to storm out. Man punched a hole in the wall and everything. After the dad storms off, Spike takes his sick mom with him and stages a fire to distract the guards so he and his mom can sneak across the walkway to the mainland to have the doctor save his sick mom. Mind you, his mom is out of her mind, going in and out of reality. Now the journey begins. Shit. Spike and his mom travel the mainland, and she is sick and out of her goddamn mind. She thinks her son is her dad or some shit, and they have to travel on foot and avoid sprinters and chubs, as well as what I refer to as the anorexia zombietta. One night as they slept, a chub was about to eat Spike while he slept, but it was revealed in a flashback that the mom killed it on some John Wick shit, and it piqued my interest if she was really sick or not. What writing? They flee into a gas station to avoid sprinters, and they were saved by a Swedish army man named Eric, who introduces Spike to technology and the modern woman on some of the most hysterical shit I've heard in years. The mom hears screaming and she goes to investigate this. Why? Why? Why would you let her do that? She's not right. She's not in her mind. She finds a pregnant zombie sprinter and helps deliver her baby girl who is not infected. Bullshit! Bullshit! Bitch, she is a carrier. Observe the previous sequel for clarification. That shit is dormant and she can spread it if she is infected, which would be the case since the umbilical cord and placenta are at play. What? What? I know my biology, so shut up. Hashtag Punnett Square. Eric sees this bullshit and the zombie mom was about to attack and he shoots her dead. That's right, my nigga, you are G-Force classified. He threatens to kill all of them if they didn't put the baby down, which I would have done in a heartbeat. But then the baby daddy shows up to rip Eric's head out of his socket, and it's another alpha. I'm looking at this in utter shock like this. As the alpha was about to rampage at Spike and his mom with the alpha's baby in her arms, I'm like, give him his child. But I'm not sure if this shit was gonna work. Spike on some Robin Hood type energy, somehow he got his black Air Forces, shoots a bunch of arrows at the alpha and the alpha just eats them like he was Mike Myers or some shit. Now I'm in utter shock. Again. Guys, I am witnessing a butt-ass naked zombie who looks just like Jason Momoa with a crazy look in his eyes, a beer belly, and a big dick. No homo. I repeat, a crazy naked Jason Momoa with a big dick running after you in the woods. My ass was f***ing terrified. I could not speak. I could not even move. I had no f***ing clue what was gonna happen next. Shut up. That thing was like 22 inches, no homo. And he's screaming at me like a f***ing caveman in the wilderness? Y'all would be scared too. Don't judge me. You weren't there. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. Spike and his mom are saved by the doctor who tranquilizes this goddamn Terminator. They go to his little shop of horrors and cremates/purifies Eric's skull to be placed amongst this mounds of skulls. Spike learns from the doctor that his mom has brain cancer and could not be saved, and we come to learn that the mom knew this already. With not long to live, the doctor tranquilizes Spike with the baby in his hands, and at the request of the mom, she is tranquilized and cremated in the same fashion as Eric. Spike would later place his mom's skull at the top of the mound and venture back home to leave the baby girl named Isla at the commune entrance with a letter for his dad. Yo, he named the baby after his mother, y'all. But I'm telling you, this child is not safe. The Terminator is out there! Spike's dad reads the letter and runs to the shore screaming for his son to come back home. Spike in the meantime is on his own quest, cooking up grilled fish and killing a sprinter. Ah, the good life. However, other sprinters emerge and Spike is now cornered but gets the help of a group of people I call the Blondes, and they go to work. With all the sprinters dead, Spike shakes the hand of the leader named Jimmy, who is wearing the cross given to him by his father 28 years ago. I swear we better get another sequel after this.